Hello, thank you for tuning into this section of readings. This is on YouTube channel James 13 Wicca. I am currently doing in-person readings in Herkimer, New York. If you're near there and you want more details, shoot me an email, I'll tell you about it. Um, I'm going to put the information like the decks and stuff like that below. Other than that, if you want a reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below. And let's go ahead and get into your reading. Hello, Sagittarius. Thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. These readings are valid for whenever you come to them. That being said, what do we have for Sagittarius? My first thought, because you got the moon card, it has a few different meanings, but I keep getting something about a full moon might be a trigger. So the next full moon for whenever you're watching this might push things forward. Keep that in mind. I like the energy though. There might be validation during a full moon. Somebody might be holding something back. There might be information that has been eluding you or being kept from you. It may come forward during the next full moon from whenever you're watching this. So if this is during the full moon that you're watching this, it could happen during the literal time you're watching this. I am recording this during Sagittarius season. It's valid for whenever you're watching it. So happy birthday to those that are watching during that time. I think it's like 2 weeks away just from the time I'm recording this. But again, whatever the next one is for whenever you're watching this. Because I get that there's been movement. There's been movement. We got 2 cards that flew out of the deck face down. Somebody has been doing the research on their own. Somebody else has been doing research is what I'm getting. And it says, open up your spiritual gifts and trust your angels. So when I'm looking at these cards, I'm more of an intuitive reader. Somebody else has gathered information. Somebody else knows what's going on. They're waiting for the right time to deliver that forward. And there's something about the timing. It will benefit you. But I don't think the reason they're delivering it when they do is for your benefit. But it will benefit you as well. It might be for more their own benefit. But it will benefit you as well. Because I feel like for some of you, when it comes forward, you're going to not really feel like, well, I don't know if this person's really on my side, but whatever they're doing is going to benefit you. It depends on your situation, but it is going to benefit you. I get when this comes forward, it comes forward really quick. It's kind of like, for some of you, it's going to be like an email or a text. Could even be like something like you're reading a news story or something like that. Information comes forward very quickly. I feel like it's very good for you. It is rebalancing, and it can make your situation a lot more stable than you thought it was. You got the 10 of Pentacles coming in like that, which is telling me this information has the potential to go upright and to stabilize whatever it is you're dealing with. Potential. It's got to be used, got to be utilized. I feel like the situation has an undertone that, like, I feel like it's been going on for too long. Other people, it may not be you that's feeling worn out with it. It may not be. It depends. But there's definitely other people in this situation that are kind of like very worn out with it and kind of like, why can't we just finish this? Why do we have to drag it for the rest of my life? Very frustrated energy, very strong, very frustrated energy. Could be you, doesn't have to be, but definitely around the situation. If you're not feeling that way, other people are for sure. Could be you. But when this information comes in, that's the thing. I feel like it's freeing for you. And I get that definitely there's truth coming out that I did not know. Something here you did not know. With this card coming in, the be your true self, be the real you, whatever it is, it's in the environment. Something's getting exposed and somebody is choosing to expose it. It's almost like saying, before you find out I stole the cookies, they're gone and I did it. It might be because, again, the cookie stealer might be like, well, you're going to figure it out sooner or later, and I feel like if I just own up to it, it might go more in my favor. It might be one of those things, but that's neither here nor there in this reading. But let's keep moving forward. I keep noticing the cherries on this one. The cherries and the cherry blossoms. Which doesn't have to be a timing thing. It could be something about spring, something spring related. There might be something, because I keep seeing those cherry blossoms, that makes me think of spring. Although you are seeing the cherries, so the cherries happen later. Like, don't they happen in summer? So somebody else might be trying to hold something back or believe something is going to be held back. There might be this attempt to slow things down. There's a lot of this energy around it trying to slow things down, but the information you have might circumvent that. At least for you. Maybe for you personally. Other people might have to wait based on how they're handling things. This is interesting. Other people might still have to wait. There's something coming forward for you, but it might be kind of like you have to do the effort. You have to put in the energy to make that happen. Sag usually does put in the effort, so I'm not really worried about it. It's all about your own personal connection. I keep looking at this. I just got this analogy with somebody else too. It's like a room. And it's kind of like I'm one of the 10 people that walked into this room. We all walked in about the same time. But I'm in this room with 10 other people, or I'm one of 10. You're one of 10 with 9 other people. You're in there with 9 other people. You're one of 10 people. And you're like, okay. But it's kind of like, well, you don't have to wait in this room if you don't want to. If you do this, that, and the other thing, you can go on to the next situation. But it's more about what you're able to contribute and the effort you're willing to put into it. If the other 9 people, they're responsible for their own journey. That might be hard, depending on why you're connected or why you're in this room. I don't think it's going to benefit you waiting. Some of you may want to, only because you feel bad. It's almost like, well, if I move forward and this other person and these other people don't, they might have ill feelings towards me. Or there may be some issues here, like aggression issues here. I feel like I might hold myself back, and I may be like, I think I'll wait with everybody else. I'll just put the work in everybody else's because I don't want them to be angry. The 8 of Pentacles is an interesting card because I feel like that's not the end. There's putting in more effort, continuing something going forward. To me, that's an active, like, it's actively working. It's not like we're finishing anything up. It's like, for example, if I was working on a 10 novel series, I'm on novel 3 and I'm going to continue working. That's kind of how I see about this. That's how I read it anyway. Doesn't mean you have to view it that way, but it's how I'm getting it for this reading, by the way. I feel like I might be kind of like, I'll just continue doing what we were doing just so people don't get angry. But I'm getting you don't have to do it that way. You don't have to fear the outcome. Because I'm getting, if there's other people a part of this situation, I feel like I'm giving them heads up. I'm like, hey, I'm going to move forward and I'm going to do what I need to do. If you want to move forward as well, you got to do your own thing. I can't do it for you. This is something Sagittarius is very helpful and very motivated to keep moving forward. You can't do this you just can't do it for the other people. They're going to have to do it themselves. It's kind of like, working out. You can't work out for somebody else. They have to do it. If they want the benefits of working out, you working out doesn't do that for them. It's kind of how this works to me. So I feel like you're going to remind people, you're going to give them the heads up. You doing what you need to do, I don't think they're going to hold it against you, ironically. Especially if you kind of just put in those little like, hey, I'm moving forward. Just so you know, you can too if you want to. I just want to make sure you're aware of the opportunity. I'm putting in the effort for myself. If you want to, I just want to let you know that I'm doing it so we can do it together or what. No, I feel like you can't do it together, whatever it is. Even like the workout analogy, it's kind of like, all right, We can work out together. You can work what you work. I can work what I work. But it's kind of like weightlifters and runners in the sense of like, you can work out in the same, maybe you could work out in the same room if you have a treadmill, but you're still doing your own thing. So it's kind of like weightlifters and runners, in my opinion. You know what I mean? You could be there in the same area, but they're going to have to do their own work. They're going to be in a different part of the gym. So it's still, I feel like they're saying don't hold yourself back because you're worried that somebody else is going to be upset with you. Whatever this situation is, I do get that you want it to come to its conclusion. And I feel like that's what this is saying with the Eight of Cups. What you want is very close. It doesn't have to take you as long as everybody else. And there's this Ace of Cups here. It's kind of like it's time for you to get your cup. Other people's cups are their problem. They have to do what they have to do for their own things. You might have an advantage. You might be able to move forward a lot quicker. It may not seem like that's fair, maybe to you or other people, but I'm getting it's not unfair. So whatever that means. It's not unfair. It's not holding anything against anybody else. And this is something I feel like you do want to finish up and you do want to move on from. So I wouldn't feel bad about it. I don't see it going against you. I'll just do one more roll of the dice. No. I feel like it's a non-issue. I feel like whatever this is, when you move on from this room, I don't feel like I'm talking about it anymore. I feel like I'm just letting it be. It is what it is. I'm just letting it be. It is what it is, and that's that. I don't feel like I'm going back and rehashing it with certain people. I'm just kind of like, it is what it is, and we're just going to leave it where it is, and that's that. All right. I'm going to shut this down here. Hope that helps. Thank you very much for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below. Same email. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day.